If your deck's no good, no need to fret, just call on Dr. Internet. Well, a ding-a-ling-a-lee and a ding-a-ling-a-loo. It's that time again, my wonderfully pixelated friends. We've got a delightful aluminum Snapdragon-free Dr. Internet for you. Last episode was the lowest rated episode I've ever had. But that's what happens when we tackle a subject as infinitely dull as Mana Ramp. Don't worry, that shit only happens once per commander deck. No, today we have a much, much better topic for you to vote on. Yes, it's the top 10 best Steve Buscemi expressions! I need 1 to 7 suggestions of an emotion or look that Steve Buscemi has given in the last 25 years. Animated features don't count. Sorry, Monsters Inc. and Final Fantasy Spirits Within, but it's live action, eye-poppin' madness we want from our Buscemi. And, what's that? Oh, right. This is a hospital, not a talent agency for arguably B-list actors. Oh, my mistake. We better just get into the boring but fast task of talking about the mana ramp you picked for our actual patient, Thrun, the last Druid. At number 10, we go to where resources are stored for safekeeping, Mana Vaults. Number 9 spot is dedicated to one of the simpler land fetchers, simple but efficient. It's Nature's Lore. Number 8, the slot goes to the only creature on the list. Azusa's in town, leaving my favorite green go-getter, Lotus Cobra, high and dry. Number 7 is Cultivate. Not much to say about it, really. No, well, I guess there's a rumor going around that it's dating TV's Aaron Paul, but I mean, that's just hearsay. Sixth place goes to a spiffy piece of jewelry. Emerald medallion, gonna make me feel like a princess. And the middle spot goes to Cultivate's older cousin, Kodama's Reach. Kodama's Reach, keeping it Kamigawa. Our 4th and 3rd place spots were tied. It is a known fact that I break all ties. Thus, in spot 4, there is the tried and true Mana Crypt, leaving room for a more interesting card, albeit ever so slightly, for space number 3, Sky Shroud Claim. Mainly it's more interesting because the art is just bonkers. I mean, what the fuck is going on here? And how do I get an invite? Our 2nd place mana ramp goes to Boundless Realms. I look forward to using this great commander card for the first time ever. Never, ever stuck it in any decks before. Should be fun. And finally, surprising only the most diligent of morons, the top spot goes to the best turn 1 card there is, Soul Ring. Take a look at the 10 cards in all their glory. Just because some aren't artifacts doesn't mean they don't take up valuable slots in other categories. Or that doesn't mean that they do take up valuable slots in other categories, rather. If we consult the parameter sheet, you can see that some of these pristine positions are nearly untouched. That's something we have to change, and let's do that right now. So we're looking for some instants and sorceries, and creatures, sort of. Specifically, we're looking for overrun effects. We gotta get better in touch with one of this deck's themes, man. We're totally dropping the ball here. What I need from you all are 1 to 5 suggestions of an overrun effect. These overrun effects will likely be in the form of instants and sorceries. However, I am not opposed to any suggestion of another flavor, provided it gives a creature or creatures some sort of temporary increase in attack/toughness. We need 8 of these cards in total, but as each of you can only suggest up to 5, please visit this page a couple times and like the comments corresponding to the overrun nonsense you'd like to see grace Thrun's lonely, lonely deck. Oh yes, and of course I break all ties. Yes, that's right, I break all ties, so stop crying, that's the way it is. Tiebreaker is me. On Tuesday, November 11th, when I have properly disposed of the bodies and washed the engine grease off my hands, I shall tally up the votes and determine the top 8 overrun effects that shall proudly be inserted deep inside Thrun's meaty man cave. Then, the next day, I'll take a trip to the internet and alert all of you how it do. And then, you know, I'll give you another topic to vote on. And since I'm just so overcome with anticipation, I'll give you a sneak peek of next week's topic right now. Oh, it's gonna be so good. I'm sure some of you have already guessed it. That's right. It's the top 8 hats Steve Buscemi has worn in his lifetime. I mean, I know most of you will probably be all like, duh, Boardwalk Empire Bowler, duh. But I would argue that the 30 Rock Backwards cap should be in the running, or maybe even the mind trip of the hat-wearing Buscemi. Weird. Hey, but that's next week. See you then.